independent hoe, I'm all about my business. I consistently continue to bring energy and know that keep it popping like I'm full of electricity. Try to hold me out, I wish you would have the audacity. Take a reflexive, now I'm shitting on the industry. Self-made not a title, cause it's my identity. And wear it on my skin like it's a part of my ethnicity. Mary keep on blowing like instruments in the symphony. That keep a player buzzing like Twitter when you mention me. Being 100's a everyday living tendency. And ain't faced by hating, it makes me increase my intensity.
YouTube world, what is good? What it do, everybody? How's everybody feeling on a Victory Monday? Hey, got a Victory Monday. Y'all know what it is. The one-man force, styles and flavor of DFW Sports. Just a super fan from the DFW land, as you see. All the decor in the background. This is a DFW Sports safe spot. So for any one of these teams that you like out of the Dallas-Fort Worth, Texas area, regardless if it's the Cowboys, Mavericks, Stars, Rangers, FC Dallas, TCU, SMU, whatever, Dallas Wings, this is a spot for you. But it's football season and it's baseball season. I was going to start this live at 8:30. Rangers going back and forth in a Texas showdown between the Houston Astros. Rangers are 2 games behind right now, so some things going on. They losing right now, so I tried to move that back as it gets later in the inning. So while we doing this, going over, the numbers from Pro Football Focus and a couple of the film going from some of these players of the All-22, I will be blurting out some things that's going on as I'm watching as the Rangers and Astros are in this top of the 7th. The Rangers are down 4-3 at the moment. They do have 2 on base with 2 outs. Can they get another 2-out rally going? Wyatt Langford is on deck trying to fight above the count. But, man, how does it feel? How does it feel, y'all? How does it really feel? There's a lot I could be negative about. I mean, if you've already been following this channel, if you see it at the bottom right now, man, hit that like button. Go ahead and subscribe. Follow me on X at Drewski Selfmade as well. Let's go, Wyatt. There you go, Wyatt. Get there, huh? He's thrown the hell out. Boy, I'm slow as fuck, bro. Oh, man, say, watch out, bro. You can't have that happen. That just probably ended y'all day today, bro. And y'all been out hitting these boys. Anyway, oh, man, y'all, as y'all know, if you follow me already and you done like to the channel, I was at the game Sunday, and I'm not going to lie, I was very emotional. I was very emotional in that game. And y'all got to understand, especially when you're at the game, emotions hit different because if you saw that vlog that I just dropped over the Cowboys and Giants as we were in attendance, if you haven't checked out that vlog already, go ahead and do yourself a favor one time and check out the atmosphere that was in there. Bro, it was really live up in there, dog. I'm not gonna lie. It was all the way live. It was, it's one of those best times of the year, especially going into AT&T Stadium. Tickets was really cheap too. They weren't that expensive. I mean, you were able to get in a Hall of Fame seat under $200 from the end zone. And I think on the side, from field view on the sides, I think they were going for at least $350. Now, you're going to say that's still a lot of money. Yes, it is. But those seats in the 100 level, like that's, like 50-yard line, 40-yard line, bro, they run for 600. They double. So, but it was a fun experience. I was very emotional, but I got very emotional because it was a lot of Giants fans in there. You know what I'm saying? So they're hitting bombs, comeback touchdowns, and they hooting, hollering, and it makes you frustrated with the shit that's going on, bro. So, yeah, I posted some shorts. I said some things. I probably said some things that kind of got me misunderstood, like when I talked about CD going into halftime. I think it was misconfused because it's not to say, a lot of people were sitting here saying, you ain't paying them because I said we pay you all this money and woo, 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 woo. And people jumped on my shit like, you ain't paying him nothing. I'm like, bro, that's not what I'm talking about. See, like, this is where I'm talking about in the heat of the game right now. I ain't talking about my own personal preferences. Trust me, I'm not. I'm not. It's the attitude. It's the attitude. It's all about the attitude. And I say that about CeeDee Lamb because he did bounce back. There's no denying his talent. I never talk bad about his talent. But just like a lot of these players, it be the attitude. Not just CeeDee Lamb. Don't get it twisted. CeeDee Lamb is not the. I'm just addressing this because I had a short that basically popped. It popped and a lot of feedback came in there and stuff like that. I just want to get it clear. He's never going to question CeeDee Lamb's ability. Hell, if that was the question, I wouldn't have bought his jersey. You know what I'm saying? That's not the case. It's the attitude. And, you know, that was a weird play getting down into the goal line. I'm just free balling before I get into the numbers and stuff like that. As I look into the chat corner, what's the deal? What's good? What's good? You said you're feeling good? Man, feeling good. Feeling great. I'm feeling great. Feeling good. How are you? Appreciate you joining in the chat. Hey, what's up, Daniel? What's good, man? How about them fucking Cowboys? Appreciate you tuning in one time, man. I'm just going over my whole little feeling, basically being in the game, being at the game, explaining my feelings and stuff like that. So, like I said, if you haven't already, check out the vlog, man. There's a lot of things to be negative about, but I'm going to save that in the week. I'm going to save that for Tuesday's show. We're going to really deep dig into the negatives Tuesday show, but all in totality. When I had, boy, I thought he hit it out. Oh my gosh. When I said about CeeDee Lamb's attitude, what really happened, we had a play down there at the goal line where the Giants committed 3 penalties. It was 4 penalties in one play. You had 3 penalties on the Giants, but for some reason, we get called for a taunting call. And that taunting call basically negated everything and offset when you would have really been closer and you could have, you would have had your opportunity to cash in 6. That happened. Then we're trying to get Brandon Abramatic in field goal range. By the way, if you haven't checked out that vlog, you heard me say all game, bro. All you got to do is get it to the 50, and we automatically got 3. That was the rally cry going all the way through there. And then I look at it, CeeDee Lamb just didn't show sense of urgency getting back. I'm bringing this to say I like that he has the mental toughness to be able to, okay, when the money's on the line, yeah, he had a bad week in Philly, but he didn't let that translate later into the game against New York. Although he had some bad body language and things like that, he had the resiliency to go ahead and be, when his number was called upon, to be actually to show up. And I'm telling you that's what it is, but it's just oh my gosh, you're giving up too much. Lighter still in the game. It's just the body language, because when he wasn't able to get back and we ran out of time and couldn't kick the field goal, everybody ran off the field. But him. He got this sulking. Basically, it was like, bro, you almost taking yourself out the game. This is a close-ass game, bro. We're going to need you. And that body language got picked up. What was the first thing that happened when we came out of halftime and we had the football? Now, a lot of people say that's because Dak came, Dak made a bad throw. Bro, that was actually, I still don't think it was an interception, to be honest with you. I believe the ball hit the ground. They might not just had the video evidence to show it, but that ball hit the ground, bro. I could put a stack on it to say that ball hit the ground. But if it didn't, that's a hell of an interception, bro. But it happened because our star receiver is basically displaying some bad body language. We got to get him back in the game. So what we do, we're going to go right back to him. Maybe even if we got to force it to him. And maybe that wasn't even Schottenheimer's call. It could have been his call, but I think Dak, knowing how him and CD are this close and knowing the type of guy that Dak is, he was going to make sure that he got CeeDee Lamb back into the game. And I think he forced a decision that didn't need to be made right there. Now, Dak did have another situation where they almost took points off the board because he threw it to the back of the end zone. Corner dropped back on him, and he tried to hit Pickens in the back of the end zone. That should have been an interception, but, DBs play DB for a reason, It is what it is. But, just that type of stuff that goes in right there, it could almost cost you a lot of stuff going right there. But credit to the whole offense. The offensive line, this was one of those games where they're like, yeah, we gotta, you know what I'm saying? People say we good, but we gotta take it up another notch. And we knew going into this game that the Giants defensive line was Rangers down 5-3. That's probably gonna be it. That's probably gonna be it for the Rangers. Damn, bro. Hate losing to these motherfuckers. You look at it. I'm gonna be honest with you. I'm trying to stay positive. Dak for 2 weeks in a row, him and Schottenheimer, bro. What they got going on is working. And you look at the run game, you was actually able to get. I apologize to Javonte Williams for damn show. I said there was nothing that showed me that says he deserved a starting spot. Well, after the first 2 weeks, that man belonged out. You know what I'm saying? That man belonged out. He do. Did y'all see him jump, man? Bro, he ran tough. He should have had 2 touchdowns and over 100 yards rushing. And then he caught some plays out the backfield. But to start that game off, bro, it almost had the vibes of just like last year against New Orleans, bro. I was at that game last year when New Orleans came down here and stumped a mud hole in us where we couldn't stop shit. Balls was flying all deep down the secondary, bro. Now, you go to this game, on the opening kickoff, you give up damn near 60 yards. If it wasn't for the penalty, it was like, bro, are y'all serious? Y'all really gonna come out here and do this? So if your special teams play bad, and I'm here to tell you, as the poll is up in the chat, what do y'all think about Matt Eberflus, man? What do y'all think about it? What's good, little CJ? Salute. Appreciate you for tuning in. I did watch the fight, so understand. This is how the weekend went. Y'all know I'm a Florida State head, so at least Saturday, I got to chill. For most part of the day, that was stress-free for me because Florida State had a bye week. But you get in there, the opening game, and Georgia Tech upsets Clemson. Then the 2:30 slot, you got Georgia and Tennessee. That is a barn burner that goes into overtime. Then at the 6:30 slot, you got your LSU, Florida, Notre Dame, Texas A&M. And Notre Dame, Texas A&M was up. It was a slobber knocker, bro. It kept rolling. And then you look into it. You go into the night, and you done had all that go on. Now, remind y'all, I was at the Cowboys game, and that was a 12 o'clock game. So, to put in perspective, he kind of like needed to leave the crib at like 10 o'clock type shit. You know what I'm saying? So he kind of needed to get up early, get him some breakfast, do some things around the house, and then get himself ready to go ahead and go. Understand that? So that whole Saturday went in. Here come the fight. The fight don't start till 11:30. Motherfucker, what? And we give up another double. No, he gonna throw you out. Damn, Rangers down 6-3. Yeah, that's game. So yeah, the fight starts at 11:30, man. 11:30. Fight started at 11:30, and I'm like, bro, midway through this bitch, I'm like, bro, I'm about to go to sleep. It's on Netflix. I can watch it again. But then it got good. Bud did his thing. I was surprised that Bud did do what he did, being heavier. You know what I'm saying? But he came in there and he actually held the weight real good. And his style it was a bad matchup for Canelo. So I did watch that fight, and then I had to turn around and go to this Cowboy game. And then we watching that thing, we in the game, chilling, doing some things like that. I didn't know you were from Tally, bro. He said you're an Oregon fan. I'm probably guessing your age right about now then. Because like me, me being in Dallas, Fort Worth, Texas, and you're like, you're not a Texas fan? No, not a Texas fan. I like, to be honest, A&M, I've been through Austin, but College Station is something about College Station, bro. I can't cap to you about it. But yeah, SMU, they caught the death penalty when I came around. He said, I don't even like FSU, but parties be lit. Man, I wish I could go to Tally. I hear his bomb out there. Bud did smoke him, bro. He did smoke him out there serving taco. 23 years old. That's what I thought. Basically, you came around toward the end of the Bobby Bowden era. Basically, when they were like mid as fuck. Yeah, I got you. Now, me, I just turned 38. I know it looked like I'm a little bit older, but we just practice some things that kind of self-preserve sometimes. I mean, we all got our habits, but but yeah, me being born when I was born, SMU caught the death penalty and stuff like that. Yeah. But Warwick Dunn, he was the player for me. Warwick Dunn was the player that made me want to play football, got me into Pop Warner, because kind of being undersized at that time, you know what I'm saying? Still is, but still, like, especially being a kid, Warwick Dunn was true for me. So that's how that go. Hey, Jameis was that guy, man. That's why when I swear I was trying to find him, but I couldn't see him on the sideline, but I know he was doing his thing. Jameis is always that guy for me. Always that guy for me. And I thought hopefully this defense would have had a chance to put him out there, but I'm gonna be real with y'all, bro. Like I said, the offense. What did I tell y'all in the beginning of the season? What did I tell y'all about Dak and this offense? I said, bro, I'm here to tell y'all right now. All of this is gonna fall on Dak Prescott's shoulders. I've been saying it from the jump. This is gonna fall on their shoulders. This is gonna fall on their shoulders, and still is the GOAT. Rest in peace. That run from 87 to 2000, bro, that was crazy. That was a crazy run. Real crazy run. In an era where, Florida was good, Alabama was good, Miami was good, but the motherfuckers that was the toughest was the Nebraska black shirt Cornhuskers. You know what I'm saying? They used to rush for 600 yards, maul you down. You know what I'm saying? Real talk. You ain't lying. And when they do, maybe I can talk to the wifey about getting the Tally one time. She wants to go to Norman anyway. She a big Oklahoma fan, and she got a big game coming up this week. Her son was doing good, but being at that game, bro, it was fun, but it was stressful at the same time. And I'm looking at this defense. Like I said, it's all on Dak's shoulders. He got the weapons this time. Good offensive line. The running game actually produced some good yardage. Well, good yardage. What, about over 130 yards rushing? Yeah, you would take that to the bank. But Dak is. People laughed at me when I said this is his MVP campaign now. I just don't know how good they can be with the schedule that it is. But bro, the chat. Why I brought up in the chat the poll question: thoughts on Matt Eberflus. I'm gonna keep it real with y'all, bro. Diggs got burnt, but now going back and looking at the all 22, it wasn't all his fault. A lot of people are gonna blame Donovan Wilson, which should be, but I'm blaming Matt Eberflus, bro. I'm blaming Matt Eberflus because I don't think you put your players in the best position to succeed. Now, a lot of people are going to sit here and say, bro, you're a safety. They need a touchdown. You can't let nothing get over your head. I get it. But if you play safety, but your main thing of playing safety is not playing over the top where nobody can get behind you, what do you expect? What do you expect? What do you expect? He gonna get torched. He doing some stuff he ain't done before. So now don't get me wrong. I don't think Diggs is healthy, but bruh, it didn't look good. Not to just jump on Diggs. Elam, we was giving Elam all his props. He got torched too. It was a bad day at the office for your defensive backs, bro. And this is where I'm on Matt Eberflus. This is where I'm asking y'all, what's the deal? Outside of that weather delay in Philadelphia Thursday night to start the season, this defense has been getting drove. Bro, before that weather delay in Philly, they couldn't stop anything. Anything. And what pisses you off even more, you had an extra 3 days. You had an extra 3 days to prepare for a Giants offense led by Russell Wilson. Now, I do think Russell Wilson, he turned back the clock because I think he was focused, because I think he see his job slipping away. Once you saw the couple of wrinkles and packages that they had with Jackson Dart, what ain't that his name, Jackson Dart? You saw a couple of wrinkles, so it had to go through practice that, he's getting some looks. Russell, I think, took that person. And he had blood in his eyes. And he was like, if he feels comfortable in the pocket, he's going to do damage. To have 3 extra days, bro, and you give up 500 yards plus, you have 10 days, bro. You giving up 500 plus yards, I can get it if we play it on a Monday and somehow we got to play on a Thursday. And then the DeRon Bland injury happened. Okay, I get it. It's going to be a rough day at the office. You had 10 days, 3 extra whole days, and you gave up 500 plus yards. The math don't math. It ain't mathing. Like I said, is it early? Yes, it is. But, bro, I can't stress enough. Outside of the weather delay in Philly, because after that weather delay, I mean, for both defenses, after that weather delay, you got stops. You held your end of the bargain. Bro, you come into this game and it was no chance. Now, what I will be positive, since this is a victory Monday, they did get stops when it mattered. They got a couple of stops when it mattered. You know what I'm saying? I'm glad Florida State good too. Florida State and Miami going to be a good one when they get to see each other. Man, your Chiefs, bro, I mean, y'all kind of banged up at the skill position spot. So I think y'all be all right. Look, CJ, y'all be all right. Don't, y'all be all right. Y'all be all right. But looking at all, bro, Brandon Auburn-Matic, bro, give him his money, bro, because we get to the 50-yard line. Y'all already know what's good. You know what I'm saying? Y'all already know what's good. Let me fix this real quick. Yeah. So let's look at the Pro Football Focus numbers. That's what y'all want to look at, don't y'all? Don't y'all? How about Kevontae Turpin? Of course. Hold on. Let me catch myself. Before I go into the numbers, we were getting trashed so bad. I swear to God, I was, before halftime, I'm in that bitch like, bro, Jerry, if you don't get no pass rush now, and it sucks that we're screaming that because you had Micah Parsons. Now, I still think Micah Parsons out there, you get more pressure. He makes it a little bit more uncomfortable. Not even a little bit. He makes it uncomfortable for Russell Wilson. But if our DBs were going to play the way they played and the game plan was the game plan, you were still going to give up probably 500 yards. You feel me? I just don't get it. I don't get it. But Kevontae Turpin, he did his thing. He got hurt, but I was saying, bro, Jerry, you got to sign somebody now. And right when I got out the game and I checked out, you heard rumblings of Jerry and the Cowboys have agreed with Jadeveon Clowney. I was like, bro, for Jerry to make a move that fast in the season, like, look, I told y'all in the beginning, bro, y'all got to actually kind of give Jerry his props to this degree, and or the front office. It's not just all Jerry. Let's start with that. We say Jerry a lot. Jerry is the one who signs the check, but it's not just Jerry. Let's announce it as the Joneses and the front office. Let's announce it like that. They finally are being proactive, bro. They actually are. Because they could have easily went through this season and not got no pass rush and just said, you know, we really like our players. I don't know, bro. I don't know. Don't get me wrong. Sam Williams looked like, you know, he's still trying to come back from injury as well, playing with it. So that's a lot right there. Nealon has been tough. The addition of Kenny Clark. We can say the defense is stopping the run. Better. They're better at stopping the run. I will say that. Thomas Jefferson in the house. What's good? I think it's bigger than just pass rush. We are poor at linebacker and safety. And this brings me to my point about the defense. And this is why I was just going down the line. I'm like, you need pass rush, but at the same time, if you're deep, this is where I got the poll up in the chat about Matt Eberflus. You had 10 days to prepare for these Giants, and this is the game plan you came out with. And it got absolutely shredded, just to the point you said. Why? You want to keep playing zone, and your linebackers are not that good to play zone. Kenneth Murray played. He bounced back. The game against Philly, he didn't really play that good. Against the Giants, he played better. But Sanborn, he might know the defense, but he's starting to see he might not just be that good enough. You know, Leofow didn't even get that many snaps. Yeah, I know we need Demarion Overshown, but hey, bro, he's coming off of two ACL injuries, bro. That's tough. So what my man Thomas is saying, why are you scheming this type of stuff and you got a corner that's still trying to work his way back? Let's give Trayvon Diggs that. You got a corner that's still trying to work his way back. He's trying to work his way back up. Like I said, Elam, bro, we were loving everything Elam was doing, but he got torched up. What is his name? Reddy Stu. Yeah, I think he was by far one of your best corners out there. He looked good out there. But to put Donovan Wilson in the situation that he was putting him in, and then you have no adjustment. No adjustment. They literally started going after the same thing, bro, and you didn't make no adjustments. I'm just saying, bro, if you're giving up 450 yards passing and maybe not all the time rushing for is not getting there, but if your secondary is just getting past, bro, why don't you blitz? Why don't you heat them up? Why don't you put some more pressure? Why don't you do that? What do you think about the Cowboys signing Jadeveon Clowney? It's needed. The question is who gets cut? Who basically gets put off? Now, Cooper Beebe did suffer a broken bone in his foot that we didn't talk about. He's out 6 to 8 weeks, so he's going to be on the PUP list, but we like Brock Hoffman. We know what Brock Hoffman can do. He just got to keep, just make sure he ain't going extra over the whistle. Although you like that edge that he plays with, but Jadeveon Clowney, this is something that we all knew that we need. You get another guy that can play everywhere on the defensive line and he can rush the passer. Just at this age, how much do you think him rushing the passer is going to be that effective? But you get more length. I think I'll put it to you this way. The signing of Jadeveon Clowney, you sign him, He's probably your best defensive end right now. Now, I love James Houston. James Houston just needs to get more rep. What, he had the only sack again? But he needs to get more reps. Nealon is good, but they're going to have to figure out what they're going to do with Ezraku. Ezraku showed a little bit more flash, but just depending on him, that's kind of where you look at the Micah situation, and it's like, if you're depending on Ezraku, you believe in him like that much, then he needs to do something for you now. And I don't think it's just really doing it now, but getting Clowney adds to the depth, and that's just depth that they need. But I don't think it matters, because I think even if Micah Parsons is part of this squad, if Eberflus is controlling this defense, even with Micah Parsons, yeah, you might get more pressures and you might get some more sacks. But looking at his scheme of the defense, like, bro, he's very vanilla, and his pieces just don't fit with what he's trying to do. And that's bad coaching when you're trying to fit players into what you do, instead of, seeing what's their skill set and do what they need. You know what I'm saying? Put them in the best position to succeed. We knew we weren't good enough on defense since the end of last season. Our front office did nothing to shore up the defensive side of the ball. Big facts. Big facts. That's why I'm saying, even with Michael Parsons, bro, this is the dilemma you would have had. You would have been basically signing another player to a large contract, and you wouldn't been able to add nothing else. You would have, but they would have kept being cheap. Davion Clowney signing is actually cheap. It's the only reason it worked, because it's really cheap. But, they gonna keep going down that path. Now, you get Kenny Clark. I think he's making life a little bit more easier for Osa. Now, Osa kind of didn't have his best game, but them two in the middle right there is making a difference on the defensive side. That's probably the best part where they done got. Now, Deron Bland being out, it seemed like I don't want to say it messed up the whole game plan, because they really did the same thing. They just play vanilla and hope Ford gets back there. The four rushmen get back there, which I ain't mad at, but bro, you got to heat it up. You got to heat them up, especially if you're getting burnt. Heat it up. Heat it up, man. And you're right, man. We came into and this is why I said in the beginning of the season, and a lot of people went back and forth with me because a lot of people don't believe in Dak Prescott, but I said, I'm here to tell y'all right now, this season squarely relies on the health, and it's on the shoulders of Dak Prescott. And it's basically going to merit, does him and Schottenheimer, does he see what Schottenheimer sees? And can Schottenheimer get the best out of him? As of 2 games right now, they're clicking. But as you see, this is going to be, and we've seen this episode so many times before. In the Romo 8-8 years, you know what I'm saying? The defense was so poor, you had to rely on, that means you're going to get one of them interceptions when you got to throw that boy 50 times, 45 plus times. All because you can't stop nobody. What does it say about the football operations if you just brought in the best defensive player on your team from the couch? It shows that y'all have been damn sure dropping the ball at adding talent to your defense over the years. Basically, y'all just put it all on Micah and Trayvon Diggs. You had Tank Lawrence at the time. Now, their linebacker situation has been something. It's been a problem. Because Van Der Esch would always be hurt. Sean Lee always be hurt. Something about the Dallas Cowboys where their linebackers, they just get hurt. And I think that's been hurting this defense since Wade Phillips left here. Wade Phillips left, 2009? Or I give you 2014 when we had Rolando McClain at least. No, I mean, but it says a lot that the dude that you just brought off the couch that's been to 7 different teams is most likely going to be your best defensive pass rusher. Damn near player. That says a lot. That says they dropped the ball. So they were stuck in a situation where we want to keep Micah. We really do. That defense has a different aura when 11 is not out there. It really does. But for what expense? You're going to pay him that amount of money and be an 8-9-7 win team because you can't build it properly? You're going to have to keep being cheap with it? Okay, so you get Kenny Clark, which getting Kenny Clark, bro, I think a lot of people would have said they would have rather take Gary. A lot of people wanted a swap of a defensive end, but them getting Kenny Clark is basically saying, bro, Mozzie is out of there. Again, to Thomas, to your point, you spent first round resources on a defensive tackle because we were like, after losing to San Fran, we cannot be this weak at the run. And you draft Mozzie, and it has not worked. It has not worked. So to your point, this is what you keep trying to do. It's not working. It ain't working. You got to get better. You got to get better. I think y'all know we probably going to go over some Dak Prescott all 22 as he had 89 total snaps. Since he is the captain of this thing, he graded out as an 81. As you see, he had the most snaps to basically grade out right there. But, you know, going at the highest of the grades as the Rangers lose, slow ass Heim, that hurt. Kevontae Turpin was well on his way until he got hurt. He graded out as a 90. And, you know, in the passing, he was 90.2. So he did his thing. Breathing span forward, he only had 11 snaps now. I mean, how many more looks can you get him involved? Because Jake Ferguson is really pissing me off. Jake Ferguson is really, really pissing me off, bro. He gets his money too. And he dropping passes. Like I said, this ain't just all on CD. This is everybody going around there. I don't get it. I really don't get it. But Dak Prescott, bro. Dak Prescott for these 2 weeks, bro, he's been on the money. He graded out Pro Football Focus 81.4 in the past, 81.5. So he did his thing right there. George Pickens up in that bitch. 79 snaps. He graded out as a 75.4, 74.9 in the passing part. Javonte Williams, bro. Like I said, I owe that man an apology. I see why they gave you a starting spot out of 64 plays. He graded out as 68.3. But in the pass blocking, look at this, 86.1. So he can pass block. Okay. Shit. That's what's up. CeeDee Lamb had 59, 82 plays total. 67. What is he? 67. Oh, my bad. I didn't even add it to y'all. What you got, Thomas? They spent the whole offseason pissing in the wind, arrogant as hell, half-ass team building, and now we're heading into week 3 of the season with the exact same deficiencies we had in March. So, like I said, I understand them trading Micah Parsons because paying him that amount of money and your defense was still going to have – it was going to be worse. You're going to have more worse holes in it than you did. So, you're right. Now, you're right. That shows you the front office has been sleeping. But we've said this. This all started when they got their ass blown out by Green Bay. Jerry was so mad and talked about we're going to be all in. They said all in and did what? To your point. It's hard out here for a pimp. Yeah, so y'all can see the whole thing. Well, I'll just talk and let y'all see the numbers. This guy right here, Jalen Tolbert, him, I can do without. 58 snaps graded out as a 58.5. I can do without. Flournoy, he just had too many penalties. Jake Ferguson, though, bro, you might after we pay you. Yeah, I said we. And I mean as an organization. Come on, y'all. 65 total plays. He graded out as a 55.9. Pass block, he was 72.9 though, but run block, we know that ain't good. It's his strong suit. As we just keep going down the numbers, you look at Tyler Smith, and like I said, probably I'm gonna just do shorts breakdowns. You know what I'm saying? Do some short breakdowns, but we'll probably go more deep into the numbers tomorrow over certain players that y'all want to look at. But I'm for sure gonna do a quick study over Dak Prescott and enjoy, bring y'all into it and enjoy it from at least the team captain, at least from the guy who makes a lot of money. And then probably tomorrow, just throughout the week, we'll keep breaking down some more players and some more things that's going on in there. And then sooner or later, we just gonna have to break down the Chicago Bears coming up. But you're looking at the offensive line, Tyler Smith in there. He had 89, he played 89 snaps. Booker did, Steele did. And so did Guyton. 89 snaps. Tyler Smith graded out as a 54. Pass block, he was a 58.7. Run block, 50.1. So Dexter, not even Dexter Lawrence, but they struggled. And Tyler Smith is your highest one, but they struggled, really. They really struggled. Tyler Booker graded out as a 53.1. His pass block was a 34.2. He had trouble with Dexter Lawrence. But it's baptism by fire. You know what I'm saying? Run block 60.4. Terrence Steele. They just struggled. They struggled. 52.5. This was not a game for the offensive line. And you look at Tyler Guyton, he was graded out as the offensively worst one of week 2. As his 89 snaps, he got graded out as a 39.6. Pass block was 37.2, run block 46.1. So he had a day that you really want to forget about. For real. He had a day you did not want to remember. But Dak Prescott being on the money, man. Let's go look into it a little bit deeper. Since we talking about Dak Prescott. Do-do-do. My bad. Let me get to it. They got everything right there. Let me select the game. Week two. Bro, what are you doing with your big brittle head at? All right, man. So going at it, looking at Dak, looking at the passing concepts and the passing pressures. You look when he was blitzed, Pro Football Focus saying that when he was blitzed, I mean, what? How many pressures was it? He got pressured a total of 20 times. So he got pressured 20 times, and they said out of those, it was 19 blitzes that came out of that. He was 14 of 19 against the blitz from Pro Football Focus numbers. He was 14 of 19 from the blitz, 142 yards with a tutty. Like you said, under pressure, 20 pressures. He was 9 of 16, 56% basically with an interception. So under pressure, he kind of gave you mixed bags, but for the most part, when he was not blitzed, he torched their ass. Both defensive coordinators might need to be fired. But you're looking, and they tried to run a lot of the play action boots. That just wasn't really happening. But on play action passes, he did great. His throws did grade out as an 88. You know what I'm saying? 88.2. As on his play action passes, he had 13 attempts. He was 12 of 13 for 109 yards on play action. And that rocks. Non-play action, he ate anyway. He just really ate their defense up. Anything that was non-play action, he was 26 of 39 from Pro Football Focus numbers, 252, 2 tutties. Dak is really seeing the field, man. Shot him and Shotty really on point, bro. Real talk. The screen game, that was just something that just wasn't working out. Really wasn't. You looking at the passing depth. They had 10. Damn, I didn't know that. Cowboys had 10 plays that they did behind the line of scrimmage, that they threw behind the line of scrimmage. And they only got 29 yards out of it. So that game plan didn't work. The short routes, Dak had 22 of them. He was 17 of 22, 128 for a tutty. But where he really strived at was the medium range. You know what I'm saying? That 10 to 19 yard range. He was 8 of 12 for 119 yards, a touchdown, graded out as a 90.3 in that mid range, and going deep 20 yards or plus. He was 50%, basically. He went 50%, 3 of 6, 85 yards. He had interceptions, but he did go 73.5%. So you're looking at the NFL, he's what, sitting at the 56.3%. But you look at that rating from middle, 126.7. Bro, that is the addition of George Pickens and Schottenheimer using motion and just being a little bit more, they say innovative, but you got to relate to your players. You got to be a little bit more hip. You got to be hip. You saw deep left. Boy, he was on the money when he threw deep left, intermediate cross. You see, 93.3. He was on the money when it came to that. He was on the money when it came to that. So you look at it under pressure, bro. He really did good under pressure, but when he was kept clean, he was on the money as well, bro. He was on the money as well. So I did pass and report. Let's just run down. Let's look at the rushing real quick. You got yards after contact. Your boy Javonte, bro. He should have had 100 yards. He should have had 100 yards for sure. Let me see what's going on in the chat. What you got, Tom? He says Shotty Dak. Shotty Dak in the offense is going to have to be damn near perfect to carry this. It reminds me of the Tony Romo days. It reminds me of the Tony Romo days. If I ain't never seen it, bro, like it's all on his shoulders. They're going to have to. If you had to throw the ball 50 times to beat the Giants, imagine how much margin room from error you're going to have to get. And you look at that starting Thanksgiving week. Well, okay, maybe not the Bears, but you got the Packers coming up. See that defense? Okay. Washington, I think Shotty and Dan Quinn, that's going to be a fun matchup. That is going to be a fun matchup, but you got them too. But then, you're going to have the Eagles again. You're going to have the Chiefs. You're going to have the Lions. You're going to have the Vikings. We don't know about their offense. Maybe that might save us as you look into that situation. But you got the Cardinals. Kyler Murray always gives us fits. Always gives us fits. Say it louder. Dak has never been the problem. The only problem is, bro, he can't overcome everything. But what quarterback can, overcome everything in the postseason when shit don't go right? That's the only thing about that. Other than that, bro, Dak is really where it's at. He's on the money, bro. Real talk. Real talk. Going back and looking at these numbers, like I said, Javonte Williams, bro, he did dirty work, and his passing blocking was good. And you see he got six. He was targeted 6 times out the backfield. I don't understand how we threw. So to check down, and that's one thing I asked, can Javonte Williams catch the ball out the backfield? Looks like he can. He was targeted 6 times, 6 receptions, 33 yards. So you put on those 33 yards plus his, 97 yards, you get over 120 some line of scrimmage yards. Javonte Williams give you some clapper, bro. Real talk. Let's give Javonte some clapper. Let me kind of bring some music up in here for a second. Let me get some music up in here. Help the vibe out a little bit. You know what I'm saying? Let's help the vibe out a little bit. Let's help it out. All right. Let's switch the banner too. as we just talking it along. Talking it along. But Javonte Williams, bro, he did really everything. He really did. Receiving wise, before we get to the Dak film. We kind of need to. It's almost 10 o'clock. Bye. As Devontae Turpin, he was easy. He was easy. George Pickens, like I said, he graded that as he was basically your highest graded receiver. He had a tutty along with Devontae Turpin. That boy had some yak. He had 23 yards of yak. Look at Devontae though. How y'all get him 46 of yak? It probably was a couple times he caught out the backfield and they didn't get no yards. But he gave you some yak coming out there. Yards after the catch. But look at Tolbert. Look at Ferguson. You see, Cavante Turpin played a half. That man played a half. I'm trying to read the numbers. CeeDee Lamb, drop. Ferguson, 2 drops. The guys that you gave money, we're having this back-to-back weeks. The guys that we're extending, giving the monies, boom, drops. Ferg had 2, and this is getting to be you're becoming a repeated offender. Tolbert, bro, a critical third down. He burped the hell out of that boy. Burped it. But like I said, give CD his props. He did come back. The interception was going to him, so that's kind of how that went. Y'all want to look at the defense, don't y'all? Y'all don't want to look at the defense, bro. Receiving versus matchups. Let's see how this looks. So Jake Ferguson. You looked at the most times he was lined up either against a DB, against the safeties, and he couldn't take advantage. He had too many drops, couldn't take no advantage. None. CeeDee Lamb against Andrew Phillips, he cooked him. I mean, 6 targets, 4 receptions, 36 yards. Once they put a safety on him, he got cooked. I mean, CeeDee Lamb really got what he wanted to get. It's just, yeesh. The body language in the first half, I think, took him out the game for a minute. Pickens, whoever, and we were saying this in the game, why don't you attack, Shotty? You need to attack. He should have been attacking. Their corners were not that good at all. As we see for the blocking. Bro, this offensive line, bro, they're going to want to have this week back, especially Tyler Guyton. Tyler Guyton is coming off an injury too, so that's something that we got to kind of remember as well. You know, our boy is coming off an injury, so, you know, let's see how that go. He said Tolbert targets needs to go to Pickens. Agreed. Done with him. Bye. Unleash Pickens and start to work Blue into the game plan. If Turp is going to be out, we could use some more speed out there, and that's something me and my brothers have talked about. They need a home run hitter because Javonte Williams, it looked like he wore down in the game, but shit, bro. Hey, you get a home run hitter to go behind him, it's gonna be probably worth your money. Ferg has been disappointing this early, but I need more out of him. And they're drive killers when he drops the ball. And we know we like Ferg's toughness. But, bro, them drops is killing us. It's killing us. It really is, man. Them drops is killing us. But Tyler Guyton had a game. He's gonna want to forget this. He was not good. He was not good. Not good, baby. The defense. You had 2 players that did great. So probably tomorrow I'm gonna start in the trenches on the defensive side of going over some all 22 with Solomon Thomas and Kenny Clark, how they're working out. But you know, James Houston only getting 15 total snaps, man. Something's got to change. 15 total snaps. He gets a pressure and he gets a sack. Last week, Pro Football Focus graded us out at 20 pressures against Jalen Hurts. Today or Sunday against the Giants, against that offensive line, they generated only 13. So you wonder why Jadeveon Clowney was signed by halftime? 13 pressures, and you got 2 sacks. 2 sacks, 7 hurries, and 4 hits. It's not good enough. That ain't even close enough good enough. It ain't. Hold on. Where you go? Chart going everywhere on me. All right, so Solomon Thomas, you looking at Solomon Thomas grading out at an 81.5? I mean, James Houston, you give him, Solomon Thomas only had 28 snaps. But in the rush defense, he was a monster. And putting him with Kenny Clark, holding it down, man. Holding it down. Now, let's talk about your boy Diggs. They were on his top. They graded that fool out at a 42. 42. He tackled, though. They graded him out as a 42. He had 4 tackles. Damn, Cletus. Come on, Cletus. Get your shit together. Yards-wise. Oh, okay. It automatically holds. Well, I don't need you to do that, but let's look at the yards you gave up. He was targeted 5 times, gave up 4 receptions for 104 yards and 2 tutties. Gave up a passer rating of 158.3. Good Lord have mercy. Good Lord have mercy, Diggs. You had Bridges in there. He kind of got torched too. Only one time. Donovan Wilson, like I said, he graded out as the lowest player on the board. It's hard for him to get targeted, but they kind of screwing Trayvon Diggs because early in the game he was getting beat, but after that they were on Donovan Wilson. So he's kind of getting a bad rap right there, I believe. I believe he's getting a bad rap right there. But how about Reddy Stewart, though? You didn't really hear nothing bad going for him. Reddy Stewart came in that boy ready. 47 total snaps. He graded out as a 73.6. Coverage, he graded out as a 74.1. He got targeted 5 times, gave up 3 receptions for 23 yards. Longest was an 11-yarder. He had a pass breakup. And he gave up a QB or a percentage thrown his way, a QBR of 71.3. That's still a high clip, but sheesh. Kenneth Murray. Now, this is what we talk about, your defense trying to guard something, bro. Your linebackers not being good enough. Bruh. Where is Sanborn? 3 for 3, 44 yards. I mean, he gave up 118. Malik Hooker gave up 118 rating, 2 of 2. Your whole secondary just got bombed, bro. But I think Kenneth Murray actually had a better game this game. Graded out as 69.4. I think he graded out better this game, for sure. For sure. It's the Mickey Mouse gloves, man. They seem to help every receiver's but ours. And he ain't lying. Houston is decent, but undersized. I think they're trying to keep him from getting beat up, thus the Clowney side. That's where I said Clowney can do just multiple things. And I think they want to give Houston more snaps, but with Ezraku being where he's at now, I think Ezraku will actually get better as the season goes. It wasn't that terrible for him, but, he still kind of got a ways to go. You're going to have to be in passing down situation for him to get going like that. He says 7 gets grace from me. I don't think he's in football shape. I was hard on him yesterday, but then going over looking at it, bro, I'm just more of the fact, bro, I'm just really starting to put a lot of this on Matt Eberflus. I really came to that conclusion. I got more of a problem with Matt Eberflus than I do any other secondary right now. Real talk. And he's not a zone corner. We love players. We love players in the system that doesn't fit their skill set. That's why I said thoughts on Matt Eberflus. Do you think he need more time or should he be fired? Fired. Sick of this, man. I'm sick of this, man. But he's putting guys, he's not giving guys a shot, bro. Guys have no chance. They really have no chance messing with this guy. They really don't. They really don't, bro. Now let me go to the film room real quick. Let's go over some Dak Prescott film, y'all. I know it's already late. It's already 10 o'clock, but I want to go over his plays because he is the captain of the team. Let's go ahead and do some things. You know what I'm saying? Let's run this tape. And he's not a zone corner. I already got you on that. But you're right, bro. This is where I'm blaming Eberflus a lot on this. And like I said, just think about it. Outside of that weather delay in Philly, they've been getting their ass worked. Eberflus it looked bad. For me to go to that game for the second game of the season, just like it was last year against the New Orleans Saints, and to see bombs get raided like that. All right. You know what I'm saying? Real talk. So we got the Dak Prescott all 22. Normally I go over the whole game, all 22 live, but since we were going over a little bit of the Pro Football Focus numbers, I'll just come out through, I'll probably have some shorts where we'll go over some things like that and stuff like that. But probably tomorrow, if my brothers are up to it, I'll probably try to get them on the chat to see how we can go. But let's go ahead and share the footage of Dak Prescott turning it loose in this game where 52 times, bro, that's a lot. You know what I'm saying? That is a lot to be throwing the football, but damn, Gina, what happened to my there we go. There we go, Cletus. All right. So I'm gonna be watching this, and some of the stuff that gets popped out, I will bring it to y'all attention. And let me see. Okay. I'm just trying to make sure I got it set up. All right, so let's roll it, man. Let's roll it. Dak. I'm trying to think how long is all this gonna be? About 92 clips. This is a lot, actually. So let's just do Dak Prescott passing. 52 times. That's still a lot. We've added keyboard shortcut. Come on now. They loading up the video. Loading up the video for you, boy. Come on now. Let me see you bounce right to left and let the shoulder lean. Okay, so you brought this up. Why didn't you bring up the passing? Thank you. Playing my emotions, Smokey. All right. Y'all can see. Okay, I can see. Y'all can see. This is how we gonna end up going. We'll just look at the first play. Let's look at the first play. Check down to Javonte right there, which that's Dak seeing the field, being like, I'm gonna take what the defense gives me. You know what I'm saying? Should we do end zone views or should we just do the sideline views? I'll probably just do sideline. Let's just do sideline. Because that'll cut some time for us. All right, Dak, what you got? This is what? Okay, we're going back over it again. Dak Prescott throws it. This is going over all of Dak Prescott's passes. Okay. Let's see what they got. Going to the next play. As y'all know, it basically gives you both plays. It gives you the top angle and it gives you the bottom. That play action waggle that we were running all day, it was not happening. It was not happening. The Giants were all over that. Anything that we were really trying to throw short and behind the line of scrimmage, as the Pro Football Focus numbers showed it, the Giants were really all over. All over it. That was for no gain. Play action boot. Right here to Jake Ferguson, which went for no gain right here. They try to run it again. Just give credit to the Giants. They were just really all over it. They really were. All right. Let's go to the next one. This is where Dak gets sacked. Probably see what happened in the offensive line where he got sacked. Booker got pushed into the backfield. It looks like nobody was open. It looked like nobody was open. Yeah, come on. This was a good play. And Dak took a shot. And Dak took a shot on this play. CeeDee Lamb, he went to CeeDee Lamb early. It's just, damn, bro. I don't understand. But good job by Dak right here to stand tall in the pocket. Play action boot. Stand tall in the pocket. That I believe that was a late hit. Good job by him to stand tall in the pocket and do that. It's just gonna keep rolling. I don't want to show. I can't show y'all everything because I can't show it consistently because they will ban me. NFL and Google will ban my ass. They'll copyright. Going to the next play. This is a pass to Ferg. Wide open too. Dak could have got rid of that ball a little bit earlier. He could have got rid of that way earlier. Good block by BB right there to get in the way. And give props to Schottenheimer when he was running the play action boot waggles. He kept the waggle out of it and he just, just started going play action. And I think that was just a great adjustment by Schotty. This is where we try to go to George Pickens. It was incomplete. But you like them taking the deep shot here. And this is just timing and rhythm. This play is timing and rhythm. Because Dak throws that to the back pylon of the end zone. He throws that to the back pylon. This can be, you throw a jump ball to the back. I don't want to even say a jump ball, but you just throw it more to the back pylon of the end zone. I believe that's a touchdown. I believe this is a touchdown. See, shot it, bringing the motion, helping Dak to see it. I think you put a little bit too much air on it, but I think you throw that to the back pylon of the end zone, it might be a different story. It might just be a different story. He throw that to the back pylon, you probably get something better right there. This is a negative 8 yards because we're sacked. Basically, who gave up this sack? It was a stunt. It was a stunt, came inside. Tyler Booker couldn't catch it. Tyler Booker couldn't catch the stunt. And this is exactly what Philly started doing after the weather delay break last week. That stunt is that stunt is still getting to him. That stunt, he got to probably understand the down and distance and where it's going, but that's still giving him a little bit of struggle right there. This is a 12-yard play to Pickens. Go ahead and run it. Oh, good catch, Pickens. Good job by Dak just to sit back, time it, throw it, get rid of it. Get rid of it. Looking at the blocking. I mean, this was timing. Get rid of it. Brian Burns from Florida State, boy. He was out there laying lumber. Out there laying lumber. You know, I don't even have to go. Let me do it like this. Let me do it like this. So where we at? We right here. Okay, so you're getting a Jake Ferguson pass. You're getting a Jake Ferguson pass for 19 yards right here. As Dak is trying to keep being on the money. That motion is working. Good throw right there. I think, Dak, you got to throw that ball a little bit more quicker where Jake can be on the run. You know what I'm saying? Jake can probably catch that and do some more things. Well, he's getting rid of it now. He is. But you know what? Looking at it, had he thrown this ball a little bit more coming toward this way, because this linebacker really starts turning that way. But yeah, he threw it a little bit more that way, and a little bit more breaking in. Although it was still a great decision, great read, great call by Schottenheimer. So I can't really get too mad about that. Can't get too mad about that. Oh, my bad. Let me check the chat real quick. Let me check the chat. What we got? What we got up in here? Cowboys hater herder. So anybody hating the Cowboys, I got the herder for you. He says 7 gets no grace. Boy, been getting damn, son. Tell him how you really feel then. You know what it really is? It's the attitude. It's the attitude, bro. I think the attitude is wearing more thin than anything, bro. It's the nonchalant. And, a lot of people, me and my brothers are having these conversations like, damn, bro, I know CD and Trayvon were cool with Michael like that, but is that trade affecting y'all that bad? Man, y'all better get y'all ass off y'all shoulders and go out here and try to play some football. Thomas say, I hope Shotty trashes the waggles and boots to the tight ends. They are ineffective. All the work for 2 yards. Like I said, the Giants were all over it. He said, man, all he had to do was stop and turn around. Folk can't make receivers fight for catches. So that's that's true. That's true. He said, oh, he actually caught one. You know what I'm saying? I mean, Ferguson, bro, it's just the inconsistency you're not really feeling with. As we let the tape roll, just had to hit up the chat real quick. Like I said, he could have threw that in a little bit more. A little bit more. Cowboy hurt. Is this what Dak should have done, stream, or what? I think you're just catching it at this. You're just catching it at this moment. I really done broke down everybody. I'm just going over Dak because he's the captain. And he really graded out the highest. On the offensive side, I should say. This ain't what Dak should have done. I'm nitpicking at Dak because, we got people on this team that you criticize them, they get in their feelings. Trayvon Dixon, they get a little sensitive in their feelings, you know what I'm saying, when you criticize. So if you at least criticize Dak, that at least makes it feel a little bit better. You know what I'm saying? That type of stuff. But I'm just going over Dak and the type of game, because without Dak this game, without Dak, the Dak and Mike McCarthy combination, they would have lost this game. Y'all know they would have lost this game. But I'm just more and more in tune of what Dak and Shotty has got going on, bro. Real talk. Real talk. I ain't smashing on Dak like that, though. I was just looking like, you got to understand, Ferg is struggling. We can't throw difficult passes to him. You know what I'm saying? We need it for him to be as easy as possible. So that's kind of where I went with that. I was kind of being sarcastic, really. Because we can't catch the football type stuff. Solomon Thomas, I will do a all 22 over Solomon Thomas tomorrow. Or I'll probably do shorts over it anyway. So y'all can look out for that one. Solomon Thomas, he balled. He balled. For real. He balled like, a car that can't stop. You know what I'm saying? That big shit. He balled. Now, that was a play right there Dak Prescott could you want to have back. I will say that was probably a bad decision. That was probably the last bad decision. Now, like I said, that one interception that went to CeeDee Lamb, bro, I still don't think that was an interception. But if it truly is, then the dude made a hellacious play. Dude really made a good play. He really did. This is where, that penalty came in. What are you thinking? Suplexing us. Suplexing us. Oh, we'll take the extra 15. Bro, he did suplex CeeDee Lamb right there. Cooper Beebe should have did something right there. Like, say, bro, hold that down, let daddy. Hold that down, let daddy. He should have threw it to CeeDee Lamb right there. He looked at it. But I ain't mad at the decision. The corner just took a good guess. Sometimes these players get paid too. And unfortunately, if it's all on your shoulders to make the throw every play, sometimes you're going to have to live with those results. We lived this with Tony Romo. When you have to throw that bitch like that, bro, good Lord. This was the play I was calling for. This. If y'all seen the vlog that I did, bro, hey, I was calling for it because I'm like, bro, Turpin got to get involved. He really has to get involved. And this was just great formation. Okay, all you did was bring Turpin in motion just to see what they were doing. Once you saw what they were doing, you made things happen. So give Shotty his props. Okay, it's man to man. So I need you to get to where you need to get to. Check it. I need you, Turpin, to get to where you need to. I'ma thread this bitch. Look him off. Throw that bitch in there. Thread that bitch in there. That sucks that he got hurt too. And they're going to have to try to figure out what more else they're going to shed. With Mike from Pittsburgh, we would have thrown it 70 times. That man lied the whole time he was here. He don't believe in running the football, saying we didn't have enough attempts. What? You didn't have enough attempts because you threw that bitch so many times? Great grab right there, though. Great grab, great throw. Coming more down. I ain't even going to say we'll probably watch everything right now because it's already almost about 10:30. Probably be on this stream about 10 more minutes. 10 more minutes. Let's just see what else we can get. Just so we can. Okay. Let's see. Let's look at some more plays. So we had the Turpin. Let's look at another good play. Let's look at another play from Turpin. Dak to Turpin connection. Good. That was almost a dangerous throw too. Shit. Look at the time. Dak back there clean, boy. Y'all know that that pre-workout he made famous? That it looked like he doing that right in the pocket. But look at Turpin. Look how he gets the dude spun around. Yeah. And Dak right on the money with it. Good throw to him. Good throw. Good read, good throw. All right. Let's look at another play. Let's look at some more. What else we got? Now, like I said, we're coming out of half. CeeDee Lamb, like I said, everybody ran off the field. They were upset that we couldn't get the field goal, but CeeDee Lamb just casually walking, sulking, doing all that. Dak Prescott took it upon himself. Look, I got you. We're going to get you involved, bro. We're going to get you involved. But just because you're showing some piss poor ass body language, bro, your quarterback felt like he needed to force it to you. Now, Dak didn't. He's the quarterback. He throws it when he throws it. But damn, bro, your body language said he need to get you in the game. And here we go. We come right out the gate since you got bad body language, CD, we're coming right out the gate and we're going right back to you. I can hear that. Bro, don't worry about it. I'm coming right back to you and we're going to make it happen. Now, you look at this. That's how you play when you know you got over-the-top safety help. You play it the way you play it. Now, like I said, Dak, I believe, forced that, but, bro, I still don't think that was an interception. I still think that ball hit the ground, but just for the simple fact you came off the field, the last Cowboy off the field, sulking and mulking and first thing we do is try to come out and make sure you good. And because we did that, we forced that motherfucker. And what happened when we forced that motherfucker? Interception. Now, like I said, that ball hit the ground. He needed the ground to control that. But even if it wasn't, that was a hell of a play. Let's give credit to the defense sometimes. That was a hell of a play. Hell of a play. Hey, appreciate you, Thomas, for coming through, man. Dropping some knowledge, dropping some jewels in here. Catch me tomorrow, man. I'll try to come through here about around 8:30, 9 o'clock again. We'll go over some more film and do some more things. So appreciate you tuning in. Mr. Cowboy, what's up, man? I know you happy because, yeah, your boys won today. It's all right. We gonna take this serious from y'all. Don't worry. Don't worry. We gonna take this serious from y'all. Oh, we had a roughing the passer play. Let's see. Okay, we got another Jake Ferguson sighting. Jake Ferguson frustrates you because you see what he can do for you, but then you see how he pisses you off. Just the inconsistency. Good throw, Dak. Good throw right there. We'll look at it and yeah, let's look at from this view. Just good read. And it was a bad snap. Collect it. Get it there. As you see, Dak is trying to do, bro, Dak is almost a good soldier at fault, bro. He really is, bro. He's almost a good soldier at fault because he knows y'all are dealing with, some adversity, bro. And he's doing what he's supposed to. He's going right back to y'all. He's going right back to y'all trying to instill some confidence. And there are times y'all are letting him down. Yo. We can't be having that. Now we're getting into the fourth quarter. This is a 3rd and 4. 3rd and 4 in the fourth quarter. It's getting real tight. This is where we need our star players to come back and basically help us out. Help us out. Good catch, CeeDee Lamb. Bring that back, Turbo. Run that back, Turbo. He said, hold on. Run that back, Turbo. That boy came all the way across the field. That was a dangerous pass by Dak right there, but CeeDee bailed him out right there. Okay, so you see, now the chemistry is there. This is where I'm like, CeeDee, for his credit, he bounced back because Dak came to you first. He forced the throw to you just to get you right. Now he forced another throw that was probably a bad decision, but what did you do? You bailed him out. Props. He should have threw it to George Pickens, though. But he forced it. He saw the double coverage right there, and he forced it to you. And what you do, you bailed him out, bro. Which that's what you're supposed to do. That's what you're supposed to do. But you got Mr. Cowboy. Our corners look like shit. And you see I got the poll in the chat, bro. Your thoughts about Eberflus. I want to say our corners look like shit, but I think, like I said, where I'm pissed off is, bro, outside of that weather delay in Philly in the second half, Matt Eberflus' defense been getting cooked. And you look at the Philly game, it's not like we got cooked in the air. That wasn't the case. But we still got cooked. We couldn't stop them. You know what I'm saying? It's always something with Eberflus' defense. Putting Donovan Wilson back there as a deep safety, that's not smart. For you to have an extra 3 days to prepare for a struggling New York Giants football team, I get it. They are NFL pros too, but you had an extra 3 days and you give up 500 plus yards. Bro, that's a fireable offense. I put it to you this way. Had the Cowboys lost, firing him wouldn't have been a bad subject at the time. But it's just, how do you fire a guy right now and who takes over? That's the problem. As you see, they got Clowney, which that does work. Corners look confused. You ain't lying. You ain't never lied. Now we're in the fourth quarter. We're digging nitty-gritty in the fourth quarter. But Dak Prescott finds CeeDee Lamb again. Like I said, after that play right there, the connection was there. Hold on, pause that, Turbo. Run that back, Turbo. Damn, you ain't gonna let me bring it back? Thank you. Let's bring that back, Turbo. This is where the money's on the line. Money's on the line, and this is something a lot of people say. Look at him. Took the rough in the passer, bro. He got buried, bro. Dak got buried. In the face of that, he threw it to his guy. Now, what I don't like about CeeDee Lamb is up there talking shit. You know what I'm saying? I don't like you up there talking shit. Let's look back at that. Somebody got beat right there. Yes. So what did we say? Our guy Tyler Booker, we love him, but what is he struggling with? He is struggling with the stunts, the loops. Although this guy ain't blocking nothing, but them stunts and loops is giving that man problems. And this is the NFL. If you got a weakness, people will find it. Oh, it wasn't even no loop. He just got whooped. He just got whooped right there. But that's a great play. Great play by CeeDee Lamb. Great play by Dak Prescott to stand tall in the pocket, bro. That man stood tall in the pocket, took a shot in the chops. Damn, it's still some more. Let's see. This was also a good play to basically try to tie up the game. Well, hold on. Yeah. So it's fourth quarter. This is basically the game on the line. This is basically, game on the line to get it tied. How many more pages we got? All right. I just played this one. But this is basically damn near at the end of the game right here. Just to get it closer. And what did we say? And I swear I'm in that boy all day just saying, bro, just get it to the 50. Get it to the 50. Look at Jay get there. Good throw, Dak. That's all we needed to do. Get it right there. We ran another play just to get a couple more yards, make sure we were situated. Boom, here we go into overtime. Here we go into overtime, and you look at Javonte, like I said, the dude came up big in the passing game. And this was something that we wondered, could he catch out the backfield? Go get some grass. Damn, run hard. Y'all saw how he finished that boy? Did y'all see how he finished that boy? Got it again. You better, boy. You gonna make a business decision next time. Him gonna make a business decision, sir. Him gonna make a business decision. Okay, now we got one of those George Pickens sightings. This is basically coming down to 2 minutes into the overtime as the drive is going down. We're on our own 30-yard line. Let's run that tape, Turbo. Like I said, bro, when the money was called for Dak to show up, he did exactly that. He did exactly that. Hold on. Good pickup, good pickup, good pickup. Good job, Dak, just to hold it long enough. Good job, just to hold it long enough, my guy. Good job just to hold it up long enough, man. He coming. He's coming. He's just waiting. He's waiting for CD to just bring that out. So he steps back. CD gonna bring it out. Here come the and bro. To be honest with you, when you got these two receivers, this should be money all day. This should be money all day. And this is where we're pissed off at Jake Ferguson. Why are you dropping the fucking ball, bro? With these two monsters on the outside, bro, you should be eating, but you dropping the fucking passes, bro. Crossing routes, that should be there all day. He could have chose his pick with that one. But that was a big catch right there. That was a big catch right there. But now, everybody want me diving past and shit like that. You know what I'm saying? And then this was your game sealer. Basically, after that, here come Dak Prescott basically putting his stamp on the game. Putting his stamp on the game. Yay, yay. Yay, yay. Read it, read it, read it. Go. Boy, bring it back. Bring it back. I think he had this on his mind anyway because he already knew we were going to win the game. We were already across the 50. This is just smart by Dak. You know what? Let me just protect the football. Ain't even no reason to put it in harm's way. You see they got single high safety, how they doing it. So Dak, they single high safety, which means what that means is man-to-man, right? All right, so long as we pick it up, if this running back goes into the flat and this linebacker chases him, man-to-man means middle of the field is wide open. Dak knew that. He didn't even hesitate. Now, he did have CD Lamb right there. He could have threw it to CD Lamb. Right there. But as you see, pressure wasn't even that tight. Bro, he had Jake Ferguson and CD Lamb. He could have did either or. But this is the IQ of Dak. Bro, we're already across the 50-yard line. All we're trying to do is run out more time. We don't even need to put the ball in harm's way. I can just run it. And that's exactly what he did. He actually, Dak got somewhere. Dak really got somewhere. Like I said, bro, he actually looked dead at CD. It looked like he looked dead at CD. But like I said, at the most, we're already across the 50. We're in scoring territory. We ain't even got to. But he noticed man-to-man, single high safety is man-to-man. I can run this. He could have easily threw it to CD Lamb, but I can easily run this. Why not be the guy? Why not be the guy? Why not? Oh, man, let's go back. The Giants tried to hurt Dak, bro. Wouldn't you? If you played, it's like the Jets against the Patriots during Tom Brady's years. You know what I'm saying? If you played an opponent and you done got your ass whooped 13 straight times, you're going to try to change something up. But I told y'all from that game when we was on that live stream a Thursday against Philly. Jalen Carter spitting on Dak Prescott, I think, woken the dog up in that. Like, he'll still say all the nice stuff, but I think he's tired of the disrespect, bro. He gets disrespect from us as Cowboy fans, Cowboys Nation, on top of the media and everything. I think he's tired of turning the other cheek, bro. And for the first 2 weeks, your boy has been dialed in. He has been dialed in. Real talk. Real talk. That was a hell of a game time drive, bro. Yeah, it was. All you needed to do was get across the 50. Jake Ferguson, for as much drops as he had, he got to where he needed to get to, and he held on to the ball on that part. So that's how that was. Man, looking at the poll, man. The question was thoughts on Matt Eberflus through 2 games. Do you give him time or do you fire him? Looks like the chat saying it's going to be 67% saying just give him a little bit of time. I want to say this with a caveat. Do you want to give him time because Bland is out, Overshown is out, and you want to see what it looks like with Jadeveon Clowney? Is that a reason why you would be like, give him some time? I can 1,000 understand that. I really can. I can understand that. Now, the folks who want to fire him today, the 33% that want him fired today, I can understand it too, because like I said, outside of that rain delay in Philly, your defense has been getting yoked. They've been getting skated. And then against the Giants, you had 10 fucking days to get ready for the Giants. 3 whole extra days. And you give up 500 plus yards. Had the Cowboys lost, this poll could be different. I honestly believe this poll will be different because y'all saw Dak and this offense did everything possible. But for them to be giving up a touchdown with like 23 seconds left in the game, god damn. The hell? We was going crazy up in there. If you've already checked the vlog out, bro, you already checked the vlog out. Yeah, your boy was in there representing, but it had crazy emotions to it, bro. I ain't gonna lie. And a lot of us was in there restless because a lot of us spent that whole night, early morning, over the Canelo and, Crawford fight. So, but we was in that boy going ham, bro. Like he said, bro, we try to represent. This is what this channel is all about. Not only do we talk about our teams in the DFW, I'm a fan of everything in the DFW because this is where I grew up from. But at the same time, bro, I like to bring y'all the stuff in the trenches. That's why normally, like these videos over players, I could have did a video over a player or something like that. But I want to keep my videos strictly as my game vlogs. So that's kind of how it has it there. But the shorts, we're going to amp up, though. But, bro, had the Cowboys lost the game, bro, shit, I think it'd be damn near unanimous fire him today. Talking about Matt Eberflus. He said Cowboys are underdogs? For real? For real? What is the points for that? Shit, I got Pro Football Focus. I don't even know why. I need to go look at that. Bro, what's crazy is my last season ticket for the Texas Rangers game is Sunday, which is a 1:35 game. And if they keep going this route that they going against y'all in this series against Houston, we might not even go to. We might go to that game just cause, but we might just spend an hour in that boy and then come back and stream the Bears because I don't really want to be caught at Texas Live trying to watch the game. I mean, I really could. It depends on the weather. The Bears are a 1.5 favorite. Wow. Ooh. I wonder if things will change now that we got Jadeveon Clowney. I wonder if it changed. Yeah, appreciate you on the vlog, man. Yeah, bro. We turned up and did our thing, man. Appreciate y'all for looking at it and all that type of stuff. And like I said, I plan to have another game in me. I plan to go to the Cardinals game Monday night. I plan to go to that game. No, I'm not going to the Packers game. Hell no. I don't want to be in there full of the emotion because after football season, I'm gonna try to get ready for the Maverick season, and that's the same type of toxic environment. You know what I'm saying? And I'm not, I'm not here to say woo, 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 woo. I just don't want to deal with it. I don't want to deal with that whole theater of Parsons and all that type of stuff. I just don't want to deal with it. And knowing that you see what Parsons is doing, you see how healthy Parsons is enough to do what he's doing, and that Green Bay defense, what they're gonna bring, you better have something on the other edge. Jerry, I ain't mad at you. I ain't mad at you. I understand. So tomorrow, man, when we come in here and we do us a live, bro, we'll go over some more players over there, all 22 and stuff like that. I did Dak Prescott for today. Probably tomorrow, I will do Solomon Thomas. I'm looking at Solomon Thomas, and I'm gonna probably do, who do we need to do? George Pickens. Let's do George Pickens, and probably Javonte Williams. So we'll throw a couple players in there, get y'all a few looks of what they got going on, and try to go that way. But man, yeah, I think that's how we'll do it. We'll have a couple players that we'll go over, and we'll probably look more deep into the depth of the Pro Football Focus. Somehow, sooner or later, we got to see what we're going to be up against Caleb Williams and the Bears. Because if you think that offense of staff was able to pick apart and do what they did to Matt Eberflus defense, now people saying Matt Eberflus, he's going to have a good game plan because he's going back to his old team that bruh. Did y'all not forget when he was the head coach, what the Lions were doing to them boys, the Lions were doing a lot of people bad, right? Ben Johnson was the offense coordinator. He is the head coach, right? So I see where Vegas is going. If the Bears are a 1.5 favorite, is because Matt Eberflus don't stand a chance. And this is where my poll question come to. Because there's no way that the Bears should be a 1.5 favorite. They should. So you're basically telling me this is going to be a pick'em game. I don't know. He said, bro, in the Miami game, I bet 250 and won 140. Bro, I'm going to get right there with you on, I mean, it's illegal to do it in Texas, actually, so I don't want to snitch on myself, but, we'll see. We'll see. We'll see for sure. Damn, what time is it? About 10:45? Ooh, that's long live, man. Like I said, tomorrow we'll go over Solomon Thomas. Let's do it too. Now I'm getting the feel of how we're gonna do this. I don't have to go over everything. I can find the plays and see what's going on. We'll do 2 offensive players and 2 defensive players tomorrow on the vlog. And I'm looking at basically in the trenches. Although Kenneth Murray did play good, I want to go in the trenches. I really want to go Solomon Thomas and Kenny Clark. And then tomorrow we'll go with the receivers. We'll go with not even receivers. We'll go over George Pickens, Javonte Williams, and then we'll go over Solomon Thomas and Kenny Clark. And then Wednesday, we'll really go over the bat. You know what? Before I go, why not? Why not? Let's look at the defense. Let's look at Let's look at let's look at before I go out. Boy, my internet is acting janky right now. Like, for real. Come on now, Cletus. Yeah, let's clear the filter. Defense. Can you give me player now? Like I said, because Diggs, bro. Damn, what y'all got going there, fam? Give me the player, fool. Oh, Lord. Like I said, I just got Pro Football Focus this year, so I'm still trying to kind of figure it out. Diggs. Because Pro Football Focus really did him bad. Pro Football Focus did him bad. You know what? I'm targets against. Film room playlist, bet. Receptions allowed. Let's go to the film room. Hold on. Like I said, before we leave, let's look at the Diggs situation. Should we give him pass or not? Let's run the tape. This is man to man, by the way. You see Wilson's in the box? That's what he's good at. He's good at playing in the box. Oh, he put a hezzy on him. Malik Neighbors, that's a cold ass dude right there. So I can't get too mad. But Diggs is almost like not the same guy. He's almost not the same guy. Now let's look at the touchdown pass. Let's look at the tutty. See Diggs over here. That is Donovan Wilson again. He's a good box safety. He's one to play up flat-footed. That is on Donovan Wilson. But damn, bro, can you at least put your hands on him? You just let him run free. Bro, you just let him run free, bro. Now that is on Donovan Wilson. But damn, bro, as a corner, you can at least pinch the nigga. You know what I'm saying? You can at least pinch this nigga. And then, of course, you see right here, they're communicating. They are communicating. They're letting Donovan Wilson know you got to stay over top. But why do we have three guys going to the same spot? I know Donovan Wilson needs to be over there. I really do. He needs to get on his trails back. But why are you playing hooker in the box when Donovan Wilson is a better box safety? He's a better box safety, yo. He is a better box safety. But y'all saw that, right? You had three dudes, but you had three dudes in one zone over there. You had three dudes in one spot over there. Donovan Wilson still got to get back there, but bro, like I said, you literally had three dudes going there. Oh, hell no. This is another one. Oh, no, that's the one I had already showed. But like literally, bro, like y'all were communicating. Y'all are all communicating. Look. Y'all communicating, but for some reason, three of y'all go over here to one dude. Like, damn, hold on, fam. I get it, because you got this dude going right there. So Diggs is right. Diggs needs to be on this back end right here. You know, yeah. Diggs is right because he's floating that way. But the problem I have with this defense is you messed around and you had two guys. You played a 3-deep coverage, basically. And you had two guys playing an area where no one was at. Why you could at least put him in this, you could have put Donovan Wilson in this position after getting torched so many times. You would think as a good defensive coordinator, let me not put Donovan Wilson in this situation. But what did you do? You did it anyway. That's what I'm talking about as a fireable offense. But like I said, you ended up having two dudes that covered one spot. It was bad for Trayvon on this part because he really had two dudes he had to take care of. But damn. So we're just going to waste two guys en route just being over there. Donovan Wilson could have did what Malik Hooker did, and Malik Hooker could have got back there because that's his job. You know what I mean? That type stuff. I just want to look at a couple plays. Just want to look at a couple plays before I got it off my chest. So, man, Mr. Cowboy, what you got? He said, bet both defenses, special teams to score one on back-to-back plays in the fourth quarter. Oh, so you ate this weekend on them parlays, bro. You had seconds, you had thirds, you had fourths, you had fifths. You just kept on eating. Ain't nothing wrong with that, my boy. Ain't nothing wrong with that, my boy. So, I'm going to try to be more on point tomorrow, even though the Rangers and Astros will play again. I'm going to try to be more on point tomorrow and try to get some more film out of more players out there that we're looking at. Like I said, we're going over Kenny Clark, Solomon Thomas, Javonte Williams, and George Pickens for sure. Those are the four for sure. I just did a little bit of digs just to see what was going on. You know what I'm saying? Out of all the targets he gave up. And they all weren't his fault, but you can clearly see he's not back yet. But I'm telling you, if I'm Brian Schottenheimer, what'd you say? He was dealing with family personal matters. You know, someone close to him fell, broke their hip. He was dealing with all that. And you mean to tell me my defensive coordinator stresses me out where I gotta I was hoping to take not the day off, but you know what I'm saying? For you to have 3 extra days to prepare, my guy, it's 10 days. 10 days. And you knew you knew Bland was gonna be out. You had 10 days to prepare for this offense, and you gave up 500 plus yards. That is unacceptable. That is unacceptable. I will keep saying it, and I'll keep saying it, and then keep saying it again. That shit is unacceptable. And we're going to have to fix it, and we're going to have to fix it immediately. I'm here to tell y'all, Micah Parsons does not fix the Matt Eberflus situation. No, he doesn't. Jadeveon Clowney does not save Matt Eberflus in this situation. Now, don't get me wrong. If Micah Parsons or Jadeveon Clowney will help, but it's not going to save Matt Eberflus. Matt Eberflus has this. He has what he believes what works. You know what I'm saying? Issue. Which the 4-3 defense, it works if every level of your defense is right. If your defensive line is right, that's going to help your secondary out. If your safeties can shore up some of that stuff where you throwing deep balls like that, it makes it all right. If you got linebackers that get depth, it works. You have none of that here. None of that. Eberflus, you got to get it together, bro. You got to get it together, my guy. Real talk. Real talk. Man, what is it? About 10? Man, it's about 11 o'clock, man. Let me take myself to bed, bro. Like I said, tomorrow, man, we'll get some more all 22 going out and everything like that and do some things. But outside of that, bro, like I said, it's a victory Monday. It could have been worse had we lost. So I'll take the ugly win. Vegas basically got us ready to lose another game. As you see, we are playing down to our competition, and that is a dangerous spot to be. Yet again, this is going to be another week. It's going to be on Dak Prescott. As my man, Mr. Cowboy say, Cooper BB out for 6 to 8 weeks. But we believe in Hoffman. The offensive line position is actually deep. We really have confidence in the depth in our offensive line. You know, Guyton is over there struggling, but you still got Nathan Thomas. You know what I'm saying? I still liked, what is his name? Johnny Cornelius. I still liked him coming out. And then you got Bass. You got Hoffman. They're going to be all right. Now, they did roll out 9 offensive linemen this year. They basically had 9 offensive linemen on the roster. Now you done dropped one. So now you're stuck at 8 right now. So they're tight right there. I'm just trying to figure out with us getting Jadeveon Clowney. Now, they signed anybody. I'm wondering who's going to get cut. Even though BB is going on the IR, or on the public. So that's kind of good. So you can at least get him back. And that kind of opens up a roster spot for the moment. But somebody got to get cut. And it got to be Mozzie Smith because Mozzie Smith ain't even a factor no more. I'd package him, Jalen Tolbert, and something to give me something else. I think the Cowboys front office is not done working yet. They're going to keep doing some things. I believe so. They're going to keep doing some things. But, man, like I said, tomorrow we'll go over some more all 22. Solomon Thomas, Kenny Clark. I even want to throw in Kenneth Murray in there. And then we'll go over Javonte Williams and we'll go over George Pickens as well. So, man, that's my time for the night. I went well over, man. We gave y'all a good 2-hour stream after coming back from the game. If you haven't already, man, go ahead and hit that like button. Go ahead and hit that subscribe bell and hit that notification bell and check out anytime we got all things going on with DFW Sports. Like I said, the Rangers ended up losing today. That was bad, and they play tomorrow. It's a game that's much needed. They got to basically win these next 2 games or basically their postseason is done. But like I said, victory Monday. We could have lost, but we didn't. So we sitting at 500. It's about getting better. It's always going on to the next opportunity, and that's what we got to do. Cowboys did not play down to the competition. You think so, T. Foster? He said you're overreacting. This is my thing. Like I say, outside, because I was just about to go, but I'll tune into you on this one. Outside of that weather delay, to me, I think I don't even want to say I'm overreacting. I'm really just hot at Matt Eberflus and his defense. Because outside of that weather delay in Philadelphia, think about it. Before that weather delay, you couldn't stop nothing. And that was Jalen Hurts. They don't even really throw the ball like that. But you was getting dog walked. You had that weather delay. You got you some stops. Now, give credit to the Cowboys defense. In overtime, they did what they were supposed to do. But you mean to tell me you knew you didn't have no blend? You had 3 extra days to prepare for. I get it. The Giants are an NFL team too. They make money too. They heard the noise too. I get it. It's a divisional game. I get it. But you had 3 extra days to prepare for them. 3 whole extra days. You had 10 days to prepare for them, and you gave up 500 plus yards. Bro, I swear, Russell Wilson, I was at that game, and I swear I caught nostalgia because it looked like Russell Wilson was back there basically playing 100, 200, jackpot. That's basically what it was. 100, 200, jackpot. That's what it was. So you might say I'm overreacting, bro. That's fine. I get it. I'm really more positive than anything. I overreacted at the game, but then I was happy that we won. You know what I'm saying? I'll take the win over anything. My concern is outside of that 30-minute weather delay in Philly, Matt Eberflus' defense has been getting took to school. You had 3 extra days. You had 10 whole days to prepare for the Giants offense, and you gave up 500 plus yards. Weezy out of here. Man, that's going to be all my time for y'all, man. It's already late, man. Let me jump into the bed, man. I don't need to wake up the daughter, but we will get into some more Cowboys action tomorrow. So y'all hit that like button, subscribe, follow me on X at Drewski Selfmade. Y'all know my slogan, do everything with love because love always wins. That's the law.
Self-made independent hoe, I'm all about my businesses. I consistently continue to bring energy and know that keep it popping like I'm full of electricity. Try to hold me out, I wish you would have the audacity. Take a reflexive, now I'm shitting on the industry. Self-made not a title cause it's my identity and wear it on my skin like it's a part of my ethnicity. Mary keep on blowing like instruments in the symphony. That keep a player buzzing like Twitter when you mention me. Being 100's a everyday living tendency and ain't faced by hating, it makes me increase my intensity.